Hello guys and welcome to today's video. Well, today we are going to prep the car because, as you may or may not know, we are going to leave tomorrow to Italy with the car, and it's going to be a trip from more than 1,100 kilometers. So it's going to be a long trip with the BMW, actually the furthest one I have ever done. But I'm going to prep the car for the long trip because some people, when they go on a vacation or a very long trip, they just get in their car and they leave. But actually there are some few things that you actually should look after on your car before you leave, because if you are on vacation and something happens to your car, that's really not that pleasant, because you don't know the country, you don't know the good garages, it will cost you extra money and stuff like that, and you just really don't want that. And some other small tricks will actually save you some fuel, and it's a good thing to look after, and it only takes about 10-15 minutes. So first of all is actually in your car. I'm going to unlock my car if I can find my key. And that is that you have to look when your car needs to go at a maintenance, because my car says it here, 19,000 kilometers. I actually change my car every 10,000 kilometers, and the oil I mean. But you have to look out that if you drive, like I'm going to drive 2,500 kilometers the next coming week, so I will hit I will hit 45,500 kilometers. You have to look out that when you do so much kilometers on a short time that you don't exceed your maintenance, because if you have a new car with warranty, then you maybe avoid your warranty because you have gone over your maintenance too far. Some garages, which are really pricks, will do everything to not give you maintenance, and it's possible that, and it's also not good for your engine, but it's possible that you will avoid your warranty if you go too much over your normal maintenance. When my oil is changed about 7,000 kilometers ago, so when I'm back I'm actually gonna change the oil immediately. So it's very important to check if your car had maintenance short of a long time ago, and you don't exceed it when you go on your trip. Also check your fluids. The level of your fluids is also very important to check those, because I actually found out that my car has a very small coolant leak, and it's going to get fixed together with my new clutch and my oil change. I'm gonna get it show it to you guys. As you can see, my car is, you can't really show it too much, but here is the minimum, and it's just like that under the minimum, so it's not really that terrible. But we are going to fill up the oil, the coolant just a little bit, but I'm going to wait because the car is still very warm. I drove it like 20 minutes ago, and you should never open this while your car is hot. And you can search online and you will find some very funny videos, but you will get burned pretty damn easy. And also another thing that you have to check is your oil. I know my car tends to use a little bit of oil, about 1 liter every 5,000 kilometers, and it's actually already 5,000 kilometers ago that my car said it needed some extra oil. So I'm going to check the oil level, and I'm going to add up a little bit of coolant. But also what you have to check is your tires. Check if your suspension is still good, if there is any leakage. Actually you should get new suspension if this is dirty. Also check your discs if they're still good, and your brake pads. But on mine everything is still fine, and the tread on your tires, but as you can see these are still good. And the same on the rear, especially on my car, the rear tires tend to go out a little bit quicker as the fronts. I don't know why. Also check your brake pads and your discs, but these are still very good on my car. Only two things that I will need to check are the coolant and the oil. But also another thing that you should check is your tire pressure, because you should actually check every 2 months your tire pressure. And I know a lot of people don't do it, but like my car now is filled up with garbage from stuff that we're going to use. So my car is way heavier at 2 persons, and there's going to be a lot more pressure on the tires. So it's actually better to put a little bit more air in your tires, so your car will actually have less friction, so you'll have better gas mileage, and the friction of the tires will be less, so your tires won't wear out that easily. So now I'm going to add some coolant and some oil to the car, and I'm going to fill up the tires a little bit better of the car, and then we should be good to go. But always, you know, just a small checkup on your car. It really takes about 10-15 minutes, and it's really easy, and it can save you a lot of money and, you know, a big misery, because the last thing that you want when you go on a vacation is your car that breaks down. So yeah, so let's do those stuff and those things, and then we are ready to go. So first we're going to do the coolant and open it very slowly, that you can hear the pressure go away, and if it starts to do something nasty, that you can still back off, because this, if it's very hot, then yeah, you really shouldn't be very close, and because it can burn you very badly. So I'm going to, that's what you hear. Let it cool down a little bit. Okay, it's safe to open. As you can see, coolant level isn't that high. Just put this somewhere safe. Okay, and then you can fill up the coolant a little bit. I'm not going to do it to the max because there is maybe still some little bit coolant in the car. So I'm going to fill up just that it's above the minimum. So now, as you can see, it's filled perfectly until the max. So this is what we want. So yeah, the coolant level is fine again. So now we're going to check the oil. So the next thing that we're going to check is the oil level, and it's actually very easy. You just take out your dipstick and you take some towels or stuff like that and you clean them. I guess most of you guys now know how to check your oil level, and you put it back in again. It's not that easy always. You check it again, and as you can see, the oil is still good. It's until here, but it's still not on the max. So we're going to put in just not a liter, but just a little bit extra, so that we're safe that the low oil warning doesn't come up while we're driving. And so now we're going to fill up some oil. Be sure to use the right oil for your car, because if you use the wrong oil, that can damage your engine, and you just have to check out for your own car what it is. So now we're going to fill the oil a little bit up, just a little bit, not too much, like half a liter or something, because the car is also still warm. So because also my bottle is almost empty, I only have about one and a half liter over, so I'm going to pour in until it's 1 liter. So this is a very dirty job. Pour in the oil. Let's see. I'm just going to put in a little bit more. Okay, this is perfect. So now we're going to start the car, see the oil level again, and if it's good enough, then I'm going to let it as it is. And it also has a digital oil meter inside, so I can double check it that way. So it's very handy to have that. Okay, so I'm going to start the car. Now we're going to check the oil level. And I'm going to fill up the tires with air, and then we should be fine to see. BMW, you can also digitally check your oil engine. The thing that you have to do here is go to vehicle information, then vehicle status. It was flashing a little bit, so this, and then you can check your oil. and then it will start the car, but the engine is just a little bit too cold because I can't actually start it, but that's how you do it. So okay, I'm going to start it in a few minutes. I'm going to let the engine run, and then we'll be sure that the oil is good. So the dipstick said it was fine. It was like 75% full, so that's still great. Here I can't start the meeting because my engine is still cold, but now I'm going to fill up the tires, and while I'm done with that, the engine should, oh, it's set. Yeah, I can start now. It's okay. Now I can start it, and as you see, it hires its RPM, and then you can see that it starts to calculate the oil level. But anyway, now I'm going to fill up the tires pressure, and as you can see in all of cars, you can actually see how much air should be in your car. So you should see which tires are on your car at the moment, and I have the 225, 45, 17, 91, I think I have these. And you can see when there is absolutely, when the car is full with people and luggage, you should put 2.8 bars on the rear and 2.3s on the front. And that's what I'm going to do. So 2.3 in the front and 2.8 in the rear. So okay, so let's do that. And then we can see the oil level. And after that, the car should be fine. So I'm getting my little air compressor, which is a very handy thing to have. It doesn't take up much space. This little thing here, very handy tool. It makes a lot of noise, but all those compressors do it. So yeah, it's a very handy thing to have. So yeah, let's check the tire pressure, and then I can turn off the car and we can wait until we go to Italy. So the car tells me the oil is here on this level, so we should be fine, because most of the time we're going to do highway speeds anyway, just, you know, in 6th gear cruising, so it will not use that much oil. So yeah, this is fine, this oil level. If it's at the minimum, then we should be screwed, but maybe I fill it up just a little bit more, but now we actually should be fine, and then we can proceed. So now I'm going to fill up the tires, just drop a little bit extra oil in the car, and we're ready to go. So now we're going to check the level of the tires, and this is also a good thing to see if one of your tires is losing air or not. This is just a small little trick. So I'm going to fill it to the max, because that will give the least resistance. And let's see, what does it say? 2.1. So I'm going to fill it a little bit to 2.3, and then we should be fine. So we filled the air, put in some little bit more oil and coolant, and the car is now ready to go. So the car now is in perfect shape to go on a long trip. There is maximum air in the tires, so we'll use as less fuel as possible, and all the coolant and oil is at point, so it's perfect. So the car will be is in the best shape that I can give it for a long trip. I also washed it, so it's perfectly clean. So yeah, we are ready to go to Italy. It will be a nice vlog there. I'm going to make a city, you know, a little vlog with the BMW in another country. It will be a very cool vlog with nice mountains where you can do a lot of nice cornering and stuff like that, so the BMW will really feel at home. And we also go to Germany, Autobahn. We're going to go easy on the Autobahn. We already tested the top speed, but it will be a fun trip. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. If you liked it, you can always leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.